August 17th, 2023 is one for the Okanagan history books. A fire had started a couple days earlier, but it wasn't until the 17th when the winds really picked up that things started to get scary. All day you could see a huge plume of smoke rising. And then in the late afternoon, the fire crested the mountain and panic really set in. Many on the east side of the lake in Kelowna, like myself, rushed over to Knox Mountain, which had the best vantage of the fire coming over the hill. Evacuation alerts were put in place, but like moths to a flame, we hiked that mountain instead of packing our stuff, and then watched the horror as the fire moved like crazy down the hillside, enveloping structures and burning right down to the lake. It's 3 months on, and just curious at what devastation was left behind after the fire. Now, I know the most destructive outcome was the 200 or so structures and houses that burned down, but I'm not going to focus on that today. Instead, I'm heading into the hiking areas and forests around town to get a lay of the land. This charred wasteland that I'm hiking up is Grouse Mountain. And we watched this whole mountain go up in flames on the 17th. But another reason I wanted to hike up there first, there was this video from the comm towers that just showed a firewall approaching, but then blacked out right before hitting the station. And I'm just so curious, what happened up there on the summit? All right, approaching the comm station. Now, all the trees right up to it are completely singed, but the comm station at the top actually survived. Maybe one shack here was burned down, but that is not the case for the whole mountainside and everywhere to the south towards the origin. Rose Valley and Hayman Mountain, absolutely torched, everything. Now, next I want to head further into Bear Creek and Rose Valley. A couple of these parks are closed, but I'll get as close as I can. We hiked in from some back roads to the rim of the canyon. So that tree fell over after it was burned. Oh, it's all caved in. Oh, hey, that's a bighorn sheep. Hard to tell if it was before or after the fire, though. This is looking down into the Bear Creek Canyon, and there's a popular walking trail down there, but all the stairs and walkways, boardwalks, everything's burned up. This is Bear Creek, and the park is closed, but I'm just going to take a little peek in from the side to see what's going on. Wow, look at that. The bridge completely burned out. Rocks split in half. The main stairway just doesn't exist anymore. A couple pilings. This is the Rose Valley area, popular hiking spot, and most of it's closed right now, but you can walk up to the reservoir and take a peek. And the reason it's closed is it's really dangerous. There's lots of trees that are falling over, and there's just these holes everywhere. It's just entire root systems that have completely burned up, and it leaves these underground cavities that if you step on, I just fell through. And some of them are pretty deep, so you got to watch where you're stepping. The fire was very piecemeal in its destruction. There was Lots of areas that are just completely fine. And then right next door, just the whole hillside's torched. There's even some trees standing beside each other, one burnt, one not burnt. Reasons to not go hiking in burned forest. Number one, the ash kind of mixes with the topsoil and makes this slick, snotty substance that's really hard to hike in. Number two, my foot keeps falling through the surface of the earth into these underground root systems that have been burned up. It's good I haven't broken an ankle yet. Reason number three, lots of these trees look like they're just about to fall over. Reason number four, lots of these bushes have burned down into killing spikes, looking to impale the lonely hiker.